Alright, hey everyone, Wonderbots here, and welcome to Eldest Souls as part of the Indie Game Lightning Round. This game straight up, it's... Honestly, I'm getting really heavy Titan Souls vibes, interestingly enough. I know it's supposed to be kind of Dark Souls-y, but the idea of... Oh, shoot.
What's up? There you go.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to play this in a window. I don't think it's going to affect the recording. But if I want to have it synced up with my, That's a light attack? Okay.
Oh, but then you're going to have a... Oh, you don't have a top bar.
Yep, not in the recording. So it's not something we have to worry about. But yeah, this seems more like a boss rush, like an atmospheric boss rush kind of game. As opposed to the, like, actual adventure. Holy shit. I'm just gonna look at these... Some of these sprites. I really dig the environmental artwork. Like, this tree looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to comment. I almost like the environment art better than the character art. Except for the character's art. The sword is cool. I don't know, there's just something about this style that looks real good to me right now. There's a roguelike I played a long time ago that looked kind of similar.
It's almost as though it's top down for much of the environment, but a number of things are isometric.
Yeah. That's kind of how isometric works. Looks like my sword gets a little bit,
Cracked? Is it taking damage? Or is it okay?
Okay.
You need to collect that somehow. Or save? Unless that's a save spot.
That might just be a checkpoint. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dodge to pass through attacks.
Oh!
Yep, so that's a checkpoint. I tried dodging. I guess this is less of a last second kind of thing.
The abandoned battleground.
The abandoned battleground. Sorry.
Was it really ooh?
No, it's a... It just...
The font.
Yeah.
A harp string. What could you use that for?
I go up to the options real quick.
What could you use with that?
Audio and video. Oh, they won't let me change it for the demo. Man, these pixels are pretty. We're just gonna go this way. There's a checkpoint right here.
Oh. Ah!
Battle Wolf.
Mm-hmm. Does he have a ribcage shield? Looks like it. He's definitely been consuming a number of the horses. Or what's left of them.
I am going
You're
to die.
almost dead.
Yeah, like I said, reminds me of Titan Souls.
Do you have a special bar meter? Or, yeah, in the middle. There was some sort of special that you could use.
Okay. Oh, good. It just checkpoints me to the beginning of the boss fight. That's good. Oh, this is going to be one of those hard ones.
Mm-hmm.
Where I have to learn all of the patterns.
Yeah, you have to learn the patterns and pretty much sustain no
Ow.
damage because any damage you sustain is going to be near fatal.
Yep. Oh boy. I will admit this might end up being too clunky for me for the challenge presented. It's the kind of game that I think if you really learn it, it'd be rewarding. But like, he does maybe a quarter of my HP in a hit.
And how much damage do you do? Unless you have to make sure you get your gauge meter up so that you can use your special attack.
But the other problem is I have such a slow stamina meter. I effectively have to wait forever for it to come back.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry. Oh, shit.
Did your
controller ran out of
controller
juice.
ran out of batteries?
Yeah, you wanna... Okay. Hey, you know what? I'm just gonna learn how to do this keyboard mouse for now. But
Okay.
Okay, that's how I dodge.
Is your mouse even useful to an extent, just for clicking?
Yeah, aiming.
Aiming. There you go. Yeah, it'll definitely be better with a controller.
Ish.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
having a cursor floating around. I don't know if people have been seeing other series of ours, but
Shell is very angry about the existence of the cursor in our playthroughs.
Well, so many of the games that I played growing up were point and click puzzle games. So of course you needed to have a cursor for that. But I'm so accustomed to the majority of the games that we play not requiring a cursor to be in the environment at all, especially for dialogue and cutscenes.
Yeah,
and...
but like, as long as it's not a cutscene, most people are just used to it.
Uh-huh. That's true.
So it looks like this game has kind of a fury meter.
Yes, that's the middle meter, right?
Yeah. Problem is, this game is not built for it, from what I can tell. Like, the...
Oh, because you have to chain a number of attacks just to get it up. Your attacks are chaining down to 0 again as soon as you use them.
Yeah. And so, like,
You did get it up once. Oh, well, you get the meter all the way up by doing the charged attack.
Yeah. And so, like, that's how I do damage.
Did you stun him there? He's using a kind of bone aura to protect him now. Oh, watch out.
Yeah. I'm just learning.
You were doing better.
Yeah, so...
He just has that
I have to
weight.
keep that fury meter up or I'm doomed. Okay. So I can't dodge through enemies.
You can
It
dodge
also
back.
looks like the fury meter just ticks down regardless. Like...
But you stay in the fury mode until it passes below the halfway point, and then it returns back to a normal mode. Watch out. Yeah, there.
Yeah, so he's phase 2.
Yep, he's jumping. Good job. Oh, ouch. Breakthrough with Bloodthirst. Hold and charge release. Bloodthirst, a powerful buff. Yeah, it was starting to give you new options.
So...
Did you get some health back from that? Yeah, you're getting health back with every strike while you're in that fury mode.
Yep. Thing is that I wish were almost...
And it's definitely tied to your sword. Your sword is drinking up the blood almost.
Things that I wish were communicated better. I got it.
Oh.
Ow. Nope.
You landed
It's so
underneath him.
clunky. Like,
But wouldn't you say that this is the kind of deliberate, slow combat that you would have with Dark Souls?
Yeah. Except for with Dark Souls, you got an Estus Flask, so you're kind of okay.
Maybe you'll get items later.
Yeah, well...
It'd be nice if they had started you off with small enemies as opposed to
That's
a
so.
giant
I think
one.
this is actually just a boss rush.
That's why you mentioned boss rush before, yeah. Okay.
Oh, blood.
Bloodthirst breakthrough. Oh, nice. Wait. Huh. Interesting. Just got him.
There we go.
Woohoo! And you got a talent point.
Okay, so it's not that he's too spongy, it's they didn't tell me about the damage move immediately. So we've got 3 nodes. Fury, Windflow, and Guard. Charging attacks grants Guard, reducing damage taken up to 10%. Once full, you can activate Counter. A defensive stance that absorbs an attack and deals massive damage in retaliation. Windflow. Landing attacks will generate a wind leaf, a seeking projectile that grants Windflow when it hits. 50% Windflow and up, you can activate Windslide, a dash attack that unleashes a flurry of blows on enemies hit. Hitting charge attacks grants Fury, increasing damage you deal by 20%. Once full, you can activate Overload. I'm going to go for this, seeing as charge attacks seem to be the name of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything else is a work in progress, I guess we'll leave that for later. Alright, cool. So, I'm getting it. I like it more now. I like where they're going with the idea of this. It's gonna be brutal.
The Citadel. And it looks like the main gate is...
Yeah, main gate's
barred, but
no
there's
good,
a giant
but this
hole.
is a thing.
Oh no, that guy's dying.
So you made it through, kid. Months without provisions, and you are all the old king could spare. Just my luck. That sword you got, it can kill him, can't it? Well, no use for it now. As you can see, you're late, kid. Nothing left of the mighty crusade but old bones. And me, I guess. Just your luck. If you go in there alone, you'll be sliced up like the rest of them. Might as well starve out here instead, don't you think?
They keep talking to him? Nope, same deal.
Ooh.
Slate of pure obsidian. Impossible to cut through.
And it's interesting how the obsidian, I don't know if they're trying to make it more of a fantasy version of obsidian by having
or
the
they
Y.
misspelled it if they misspelled through.
Mm-hmm.
It appears the tales were true after all. My assumption is just misspelling. Amethyst file.
Ooh. I like the sound effects.
Yeah, I
Whoa.
dig the idea of this. It's going to be brutal.
Ah! That wasn't a statue, it was a giant golem. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those games where you have to face every boss several times over just to get their cues and their attacks in line. So that you can adequately predict what course of action you're supposed to take. I don't know if you're supposed to enter that.
Yeah,
aura.
no, it's. I was trying to dodge around it. This is harder without a keyboard.
You mean without a controller?
Yeah, sorry.
Have batteries here. Yeah, we do have more batteries here.
Ah, kind of like Fury. Yeah. No, this is like Fury.
Want me to replace the batteries? Or are you gonna try to do this with mouse and keyboard? Guardian.
Okay, I'm gonna stick with this with mouse and keyboard. I got the...
Yeah, he does that javelin thrust.
So freaking hard.
Yeah, I think you have to pretty much dodge around him rather than because if he has a sight of you, he'll just thrust his javelin forward. Whoa! Oh, he's using projectiles now.
He did those earlier.
Sweet? Yeah, sweet. Aura. He's gonna thrust. He was able to do a side thrust?
Yeah, the thing is, this would be easier, I think, in a 3D game. With a 2D game, they kind of just, like, flip the sprite.
Oh, he's doing a very small aura around himself. Eee.
Okay, I'm gonna give this one more go, just to see if I can make it anywhere. It's one of those that, like, it's the kind of game that you beat your wall and your head into the wall, and then you eventually win. But the problem is, it's just... It's going to be so freaking hard that I have to ask myself sometimes, yeah, is it worth it? And the answer is, dunno.
Will you have access to that new ability that you acquired?
Already have it.
Because I almost would have thought that doing all of those nice projectiles with the wind shear would have been advantageous, but... Oh, you must have gotten a perfect dodge on that one. Nice one.
Okay. Doing that. I've got his pattern, it's just the problem is I don't heal enough.
Oh! Oh, great. Arrows. Oh, you did get one inside you.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, slash. Oh, and he has an aura. Well, you almost got him to half health. Watch out. He's gonna
Yeah,
slash
see
again.
the problem is he immediately, like, turns around.
Yeah, doesn't he do 3 jabs?
Yeah, he does, but it's just the fact that, like, I get behind him, and that means nothing.
Yeah, those are his 3 jabs.
Okay, you're just gonna do that.
Is he gonna jab again? No, slash. Oh, aura. Okay. Oh, yep, he's gonna be doing a sequence of jabs.
Okay.
He's gonna rush forward. Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. Oh, jabs. Oh, he got you on the backhand. Better watch.
I was trying to use the...
You were getting a little aggressive there.
Well, I had the special move, which apparently just gives you a damage buff.
Yeah, I think this is just going to be a battle of attrition.
Pattern recognition and attrition.
Just slowly whittling away at things.
Oh!
Oh, what was that? Because he hit you while he was in the slide?
Yeah, his charge move has apparently a giant freaking AoE. Oh, I hate bosses that, like, lock in their charge and then I dodge preemptively to get around them and... Nope.
And they redirect.
Yeah.
Jab. 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 Oh, he's gonna do the arrows. Okay. Preparing to charge.
Okay.
Slash.
Yeah, it's the worst one in my opinion.
Jab. Oh, he's doing... Wow, he was really swift with those jabs.
Yep, he was. Okay, he's doing this one.
Oh, arrows. Oh, some of them got you. Watch out, slash. Oof.
That's okay.
Oh, small aura. And a rush. That's the problem. Okay, get out of there.
Okay. Do that again.
Oh, jab. Yeah, don't get... See, the problem was there you did a second...
What? He was aiming down!
So why did you continue to attack rather than retreat?
Because he was aiming down. Like, he was doing a spear thrust downwards. And so I was like, oh, okay. He just missed.
I think he can adjust things on the fly.
But, like, the thing is, he even slashed downwards.
Maybe it's because of your proximity to him? Oh, no.
Oh, I see how that works.
So is it just the aura isn't really affecting you, it's following him?
No. The aura pulses out from where he is.
Yeah, jab. Oh, he's gonna do arrows.
Okay.
Jab. 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 Slash. Small. Yeah, actually, no, large aura.
Yeah.
Okay. Slash. Okay, slash. He's gonna slash. Ooh.
Yep.
And arrows. Slash. Oh, you dodged through his slash. Oh, did you broke? Whoa! He went down. That's because he's... Ah! So, that's what's inhabiting the armor after I'm down to half health.
Oh, that's me. Oh, no!
Ah!
Alright, I think that's enough for me. This is going to be one of those games that I think I will just bounce hard on.
What if you had taken one of the other paths?
It's fine.
Okay.
So this is starting to hurt my hands, and also I just don't have the patience for games that just kick your ass repeatedly. It's absolutely the kind of game that will appeal to anybody that liked Titan Souls or Fury, but like I'm having a fair bit of trouble on the first two bosses. I can only imagine that it's going to be one of those where it gets harder and harder and harder, and it gives you a couple of tools. I like the fact that there is an upgrade system here.
I wonder what would have happened if you had chosen one of the other two.
Yeah, Wind Flow might have been better. The problem is it looks like it only does 1 damage at a time, like 1 to 3 damage, which is very weak. Whereas...
But that you need to stay consistently against your opponent.
That's
and most
completely useless considering how little you can dodge. Guard, no, even guard's bad because you don't want to guard. You don't want to get hit. This game's too painful, so yeah.
So the wind
slide,
flow.
maybe?
It would have just gotten
it would have helped
bit
a
of
little
extra
bit,
damage
but
in.
it's still one of those where it's just like, it's just going to be too difficult for me to enjoy it, and I think that's okay. That said, truly, this is the kind of game that I'm pretty sure a lot of masochists would rather enjoy. And I can entirely see why. Maybe I'll give it a go when it's done, and I can see, like, if it's a little smoother. Because the thing is, like, I like it in Hades, because you're constantly dodging and attacking, and it's this really quick, like, exchange between one and the other.
Well,
but,
and
like,
also,
not too quick.
In Hades, they do pit you up against a lot of smaller creatures initially.
Yeah, but
It's,
I
it's
mean,
not
some
like
of the...
it's not like you're fighting these giant beasts off the bat, right?
True. No, you never really do. The Minotaur and Hades himself are generally the biggest, unless you count the Hydra, but even then the Hydra's kind of split apart. But also in those have very defined 3D models, so you know exactly what their tells are going to be. Like, for the most part in Hades, the final boss, Hades himself, barely even touches me anymore because I know his pattern so well and it's so easy to tell. This one was a little clunkier because it's 2D sprites, and that's actually kind of hard to work with. Because, yeah...
They're still really well done.
They are. They're
And
amazing.
I like that you had the little dialogue with the soldier. I'm wondering if there are any other characters and if they can explain
I think
what's
there'd
going
be a
on
little
here.
bit, but it definitely feels like you go from boss to boss with a little bit of lore to carry you aside. It said we're on a crusade, so I'm assuming there's heretics inside. There's Volt. All right. Well, one way or another, I just do not have the will to try and bash my head against this anymore. So I'm going to stop here. Neat game. I love the pixel art. It looks amazing. But it's just going to kick my butt. Maybe a little bit too much.
Why don't we see that main menu again?
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Anywho.
Just because we should have probably been talking over this, unless it
Should
would
have
start
been.
going into the choral music. Which
Also
is really
that.
pretty.
Yeah, it is really pretty. I like the big Eldritch Eye. I like all of these things. I almost hope that there's like an easier difficulty or something. Really just a mode where I have more dashes and can animation cancel out so I can actually like dance around things a little more. It would probably solve a lot of my problems. But again, that's not always how these things work. Anywho. So, with this, we will be moving on the Indie Game Lightning Round, but I guess for now, if you guys like this episode in any way, shape, or form, leave us a like, helps me more than you know, and if you want to see more random minigames, oh boy, we have so many to go. So, finally, see you next time, and as always, thanks for watching.